Hello and welcome back to another episode of the CQ the Watch Guy podcast with me, CQ the Watch Guy. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. We are back. It is a beautiful day here at David SW Miami, here at the HQ. Busy Saturday today. Have a great audience outside, actually. Great group in here checking out some watches. Got some kids running around. Got an awesome kid. Hey, how you doing? Got a few babies out there waving at me. So nice to have a live audience for once. And I'm actually thinking about doing some live shows as well. So if you would be interested in joining a live show, comment down below, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Some good times. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, a weekend show. We could do something on a Saturday, something on a Friday. I don't even mind doing a morning show or something like that. So let me know what you'd like in terms of that, and maybe we'll do something after Watches and Wonders. We could do a recap or something like that. And what can I say, guys? More great watches having pouring out of Switzerland. So many great watches out there to talk about, but I have chosen just a few because we have limited time and limited attention spans to talk about these amazing watches. So first, let's talk about AP. AP dropped a smorgasbord, a buffet, as they do, of great watches. A bunch of great Royal Oaks, some great tourbillons, a new alloy sand gold, which is really cool, very unique. A lot of pieces that none of us will be able to get our hands on to purchase. A few of us will be able to get our hands on just to see and enjoy. And one piece that I really love, and I really is definitely on my wish list to try to purchase, and it's probably not the piece that you think I'm gonna talk about today, but let's just dive in. First, let's give a special mention. We got to talk about the John Mayer Royal Oak Perpetual calendar. Great piece, amazing piece. Not the piece I want to hone into from AP, but I just want to give it a special nod because it's really cool to see them doing a collaboration with John Mayer. Big watch enthusiast, watch collector, watch influencer, whatever you want to call it. Somebody who's been, a mover and shaker in the industry for a long time, especially when you're talking about somebody who's been part of this, watch content world, even though he's not, somebody who's like not in the business per se, but somebody who affects the business a lot just by showing up in videos. You talk about the John Mayer Rolex, right? The green dial, Daytona yellow gold, that him just saying that he thinks it's a sleeper, he thinks it's a special watch. You saw how that boosted up the market. Anything that he says he loves kind of tends to do better. Anyways, he's the new conduit for AP. I believe that's the word. And he came out with a very special release as a first limited edition collaboration with them, with this beautiful Royal Oak Perpetual calendar with I believe it's called the Crystal Sky Dial. Listen, in my opinion, Royal Oaks, there's so many flavors out there you can't do wrong. They all look good to me. I'm a big Perpetual calendar fan, so you'd have to do a lot to make one that doesn't look good to me, but this looks really good. I love it's not really engraving, it's kind of a stamp dial, but it's a very unique stamp dial and how they did it, and I really enjoyed it as a play on older Tuscan dials they've done in the past that were engraved. And I don't know how to explain it. The geometry they've done with this stamp dial, it just really gives you kind of a organic. You feel like this is like a gemstone that you found that they've managed to put on a dial. Really cool looking watch. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because a lot of other outlets and magazines and online places have spoken about it, and it's one of those watches that it is made out of unobtainium, really white gold, but truly unobtainium, because you're not really gonna see these out there, and they're probably gonna be for crazy prices. So I want to spend time on a watch that I think, one, I want to see as a dealer many times, but two, I'm excited because it opens a little bit of a new lane for the Royal Oaks that I'm excited to see them have a little bit of fun with, right? Because listen, AP is going to do what AP does. We know the Royal Oaks and Royal Oak Offshores are their bread and butter, and that's kind of what they're going to do it. So I enjoy them having fun and exploring those lanes, right? Of course, I love to see a Millenary in a new style. I love to see Jules Audemars come back. I love to see Edward Piguet coming back. But I realized that why hit your head against the wall. Those things will probably come back eventually, but why not enjoy what we have today? And what they released that I thought was so interesting is this 43 millimeter Royal Oak Offshore. And this thing is gorgeous, and they did it in a really beautiful kind of a gray blue, cobalt blue, beautiful fume dial. It goes from that cobalt blue onto a deeper charcoal blue at the outer rim. They brought back a rubber clad style bezel, a vulcanized hardened rubber bezel, beautiful hardened rubber strap on it. 43 millimeters, so and it's time only, so it's time and date only. So it looks like a diver, right? But you don't have the rotating bezel. So without the rotating bezel, you're losing the rotating bezel crown, the extra crown that you normally have at 11 o'clock, between 10 and 11 o'clock on the case. So it cleans up that case so nicely that I am in love with this watch. I am head over heels for this watch. I love the color of the dial. I love the color of the bezel. I love the color of the strap. I think that this just looks good on the wrist. I'm looking at some live pictures right now, and I think this is just a fun summer watch. Is a fun everyday watch. It really evokes all the emotions I love from a Royal Oak Offshore, without the need for a chronograph, without the need for any other complication. Retail on these, I think around 27.3, right? Yeah, 27.3 euros, so around there for the dollars, 28 or something like that. And I just think this is great, right? Because you're going to see, of course, a lot more variations of these going to come down the pipeline, a lot more fun, different colors. And I think this is a really great evolution of the Offshore 43 millimeter without it being a diver, so you don't have to have that extra crown there. With not everybody liked, I didn't mind it, but without it, it just kind of cleans up the silhouette really nicely. And I think this is a great looking watch. A winner. Most APs are winners, but this one I think was just a really good hit. They played around with the mega tapestry on the dial as well, so there's little X's there between the squares on the grid of the dial. So I think this is a good natural evolution for the Royal Oak Offshore. Love it in that size. I think if you're somebody who could pull off a little bit of a bigger watch, this is going to look really, really good on you. I fit into this class, so this is one of those watches that were made for me, and kudos. Again, there are many other great pieces launched by them, but this is the one that really stood out as like, this is the one I want to get on my wrist, really feel, and I can see this is one where I'll be hunting a piece like this in the future, and I don't think it's made wholly out of unobtainium, and it par for the course of AP. I know there'll be multiple variations of these and multiple colors of these in the future. I'm most likely in the very near future that I'll be able to collect and hunt and figure out the favorite one for me to look at. But let's move on to my favorite release of the week, and already the list it's such a tight race already for one of my favorite watches of the year from Bulgari again. And I'm gonna keep saying, I've been saying it for the past couple of years, but Bulgari is really just on a heater in terms of making great watches, and Octo Finissimo I think is an iconic piece, and they are blazing a trail in terms of a modern icon, in terms of an accessible, iconic watch. We're gonna look back in 20 years when this beautiful beard is all white, maybe salt and pepper, maybe I'm holding on to a few blacks in there, but I will still be talking about the Finissimo, and I'll be like, in 2020, 2024, I was telling people the Finissimo is an iconic watch. Now, for the 140th anniversary of the Bulgari brand, it's amazing. It's been around for so long, and I invite you to look through the history of older Bulgari pieces from the jewelry side and the watch side. Really unique pieces. Just a fun look through history there. But for the 140th anniversary of the Bulgari brand. We have 2 new Finissimos, actually 4, but we're going to talk about 2 right now. And we have the reintroduction of the sketch that I'm looking at because I want to pronounce his name properly. And Fabrizio Buonamassa Stigliani has blessed us with his beautiful, beautiful sketches. Fabrizio is somebody who I've met briefly in passing, probably doesn't remember his name. He is somebody who is blessed with a beautiful, beautiful beard as well, but he's an amazing creative person, a creative director, and much, much more for Bulgari. He's one of my favorite people to people watch when I go to watch fairs, especially to buy watches, because he's somebody, you know, like he goes and has his espresso, he's always sketching, right? So he's somebody I like to people watch because you'll see him, you know, there talking with like a Max Busser or like a Cartier or something like that, and he always has like his charcoal and his pencil out sketching. And to me, you know, that's just what I live for, right? You see these people, these movers of the industry, these creative geniuses, right? And what are they doing when they're having their little breaks? They just getting that art out, man. And to me, that's what I do it for. This is what I do it all for, just to see these giants of the industry, these amazing people. And at the end of the day, they're just doing what they love, and I love appreciating it. I was such a fan of the Octa Finissimo sketch pieces that came out in 2022. So you had the Chronograph and you had the time only. And basically, you just had Fabrizio's sketches for the dials of the watch and just laid out for the Chronograph, you had the sub dials and indices and everything on the sketches. And for the time only, you just had the indices and everything sketched out. Now for these pieces, you have basically the movement side of the watch laid out on the dial in a sketch format, but it's super well done, super, super legible. So what has been presented so far is the time-only version, but there's also a Chronograph GMT version, which has been announced, but hasn't been fully released with live pictures as yet. So right now we just have a steel and rose gold for the time-only version, but they look amazing. They look amazing. I love the look of the sketches. They look beautiful and organic, and they blend really well with the steel. They blend amazingly with the rose gold, and it's art. It's mechanical art. It's drawn art on the mechanical art. You have your watch. This is something I truly would wear and I would stare at. Oh, I couldn't wear this to work. I would stare at it all day. This would be truly a toy for me. And you know, I don't know. A lot of people will say, you know, there's so many limited editions of the Finissimo. I don't care. I think you strike while the iron's hot. I think Bulgari found a winner with the Finissimo series, and I think you strike while the iron's hot. And I think you show people the diversity you can have just with the Royal Oak. Why not? Why not show people that the diversity you can use when you have a great platform versus creating a bunch of new platforms, investing in a bunch of new movements, you know, changing a bunch of retails and doing all this and knocking you over your head in a bunch of different things. Why not create a bunch of pieces that look really, really good and make it, you know, relatively accessible? These are gonna be, for the steel, they're doing, I believe, 280 pieces limited in steel, 70 pieces in a rose gold, 17.8, let's see, Swiss francs 15,000 to 200 in steel, Swiss francs 47,000 is rose gold. So pretty much, you know, around the range what they'd be in their normal variations as well. So not crazy when you're talking for limited edition pieces from from the brands, and you know, relatively gettable, accessible watches as well. So, you know, when you go on the secondary market, you might see a little bit of premium, but you're not gonna see 3X or anything like that. So watches you can actually get your hands on, but look amazingly beautiful. You know, I have a few clients who have me hunting the older versions, and like, you know, you see them out there, a little bit of premium, but they just go so fast, right? So they're one of those things where people get them, they love them, and I think these are just great wins for Bulgari. A really good move from them for the 140th anniversary. I think the Finissimo line has so many great accolades, and I do not blame them for just keep piling on the great wins for the lineup, right? I think the Finissimo is the modern icon for a whole new a whole new collection, a whole new family. I know they've been around for a while now, but I keep just applauding them, and I need one. This is my big commercial, my promo ad, because I need to get on a list now. I'll take this steel. I'll take the rose gold. Next year, but this year I need that steel because that is just an amazing, fun watch. I love this. I told everyone 2024 is going to be a great year for watch enthusiasts because one, we're going to see stability in market. Two, we're going to really see brands fight for the collector's dollars, and that's what we're seeing so far, and we're just in March. I'm so excited for what's coming next. Guys, I want you to comment down below. Let me know what your favorite watches are so far. What are your favorite APs that have been released? Tell me what you guys think of these Bulgari sketches, and any other new watches that have came out that I haven't talked about. Let me know, and I'll pop it up in the next episode because there have been so many releases from so many brands that there's no way I can talk about it in this short time. Even though these videos are going way longer these days, just because there's so much going on out there. Anyways, let's jump into the watches of the week. Let's try not to make this a 30-minute video. We have some great watches for you this week. Make sure, as always, you check out davidsw.com. Make sure you hit the new arrivals tab. We have been getting some really fun watches in on the rotation. And let's get the party started with the Cartier Santos de Cartier Chronograph, right? I haven't seen one of these in quite a long time. Cartier Santos de Cartier Chronograph. This is the large side, basically mono pusher chronograph. You don't see these very often. This one's a full set from December 2020. So if you've been looking for a Santos, you've been looking for a chronograph, you've been looking for something steel and gold, something a little bit unique, this is definitely a piece you should check out. $10,875 price point on this one. It's fun, it's unique. I think Cartier is having a great time in the market right now as well. So that's the reason you don't really see a lot of these pieces pop up. They're keepers. A lot of people get their hands on pieces like these and really enjoy them for a very long time. And I think this is something that lives in many collections very well and for a long time. This piece also does come with a rubber strap and a buckle as well. So I would definitely put this on the black rubber strap and get a couple other straps for this as well. This would look beautiful on a deep navy blue strap. I would have some fun, get a little exotic, put it on a light brown camel. I could see it on even a red too. If you want to do like a deep red strap, will look good with the white dial and the yellow gold. I think you can have some good contrast. So have some fun, turn this into 3 to 4 different watches with some straps. But this would be a Santos that not many people have on the wrist, and a really good movement in there, and a fun chronograph with only one button pusher too. So you get a chronograph, but you get something that's not too bulky, something that doesn't have too much buttons on the wrist. Is already a unique shaped watch, being a Santos, so it's nice that it's not all bulky with too much going on, just on the feel on the wrist for you. Cartier Santos de Cartier in the large size. Check that one out. Another cool one that we got in, Rolex Cellini, 18 karat white gold, 50509. Haven't seen these in quite some time. Cellini line now fully discontinued. So we're seeing some interesting things with these on the market. These used to be up there. Retail, I think retail just under 16, like 15.8 or something like that. Used to see these 17, 18,000, 11,875 for this piece. August 2021, full set, new style, warranty card, green card on this. This is the perfect cocktail watch. Beautiful, clean white dial, time only, no frills. You don't need anything else. This is the James Bond. It gives you what you need, gets the job done type of piece. I love this. Great cocktail watch, great dress watch. You could make it a little bit more casual if you put maybe I'd say like a blue strap, or you could do a brown strap, a honey gold strap. It's a white dial, so you can have a lot of fun, a lot of fun with straps on it as well. But it's meant to be something a little bit more classy. But yeah, I just love it at this price point, 11,875. I think these are steals. I think Cellini's are really great watches, especially these being the last version of the Cellini. You're getting really, really good movements on it, 39 millimeters. So you're getting one of the larger sizes. They did Cellini's in as well. And you're just taking advantage of a stabilized market where not everybody's looking for a dress Rolex right now. So you're getting a dressy Rolex at a really, really good price, 11,875 for a full set from 2021. What more can I say? Pick it up. Pick it up. Really not one you got to think too hard about, and one I don't expect to last very long, to be honest with you. We just got that in a couple of days ago. Moving on down, another favorite I haven't seen for a while. We've actually gotten like a lot of cool pieces, a lot of blasts from the past, you could say. And this is what I like to call the baby Bronzo, the Panerai PAM 10741074. This is the Bronzo Blue in 42 millimeter. So I've been around a little while, and when I came into the secondary market business, Panerais were the thing, and the Bronzo was the thing, right? That was probably the watch where, you know, beyond the pre-Vendome stuff, and the Slide Tech pieces, that was the watch where like the premium on it was crazy, but it was a very large watch. So when they started to make 42 millimeter Bronzos, it was just, the size was perfect. Anybody could really shop one on, even though it's a little bit of a bigger watch. You know, a submersible Panerai is meant to be not worn in a dress situation, right? So with the 1074, you get that beautiful blue dial, you get that really awesome bronze case, which gives you that look of a gold watch, but it's bronze. It makes you feel like, I don't know, it makes you feel like I'm about to go on a, you know, on a ship and do a mission or something like that. I really love submersible Panerais, as I've said here many times before. And something about a Bronzo, it just, I don't know, just has that character, it has that feeling. And I don't know, with bronze watches, they do take that patina and that they become yours, right? They take on your identity and your characteristics, because how you use them, how you live with them, they patina in their own individual way. So if you wear and enjoy them for 2-3 years down the line, they will become yours eventually. This one is in excellent condition. I don't see really any patina on this from the pictures. So this is a great example. The best part about this one, we have it at 14,875. So these are now under retail. You know, I did a quick check just because I was like, wow, look how the prices of these have come down. These used to be, you know, close to 20,000. These first came out mid 2021, really started hitting the market in 2022. And these were 20, 21,000. You see these in, you know, high 19s, even, you know, you could say 2022, 2023. And now to see these under retail was like 16-ish, I think 15.9 when they were first released. So now to see these at 14,875, just a really, really great example. And I'd say we probably have one of the, you know, least expensive ones in the market. Still a lot of people out there looking to get 16, 17,000 for them. And I think full set 2021, 14,875, a really great price for an awesome watch, something fun. You're gonna get this, you're not gonna want to take it off for a long time. Trust me, I've handled a few and they're just really, really fun watches. Now, to wrap it up, to put the icing on the cake, one of my favorite Pateks we released in the past few years, the Patek Philippe 5172G. This is just a really cool watch. So the 5172G, Patek Philippe Chronograph and time. We got this one full set, March 2022, excellent condition. To me, this is the evolution of the 5170, which is the evolution of the 5070, to just keep in the tradition, the amazing chronograph tradition that Patek Philippe has been, you know, blessing us all with. And what I love about this is it tips its nod to being a little bit more casual, being a little bit more of a younger aesthetic. You know, they put it on a beautiful, little bit more of that kind of a suede strap. But, you know, you look at the case, stepped lugs, stepped case. This was 18 karat white gold. You have beautiful, almost stencil numerals. You go to your hands, you have those nice injector hands. And it just, beautiful, almost casual layout where this is you know, it's a Patek chronograph made in the classic way, but just with a little touch of the casual aesthetic. So you can enjoy this as a weekender. You can enjoy this as an everyday watch, right? But you can still wear this in a boardroom. You can still wear this in a very serious environment, and it commands what it needs to command. But I would not be afraid. It's Saturday right now to take this for a walk, a leisurely walk with the pals. Have a good cocktail with this, or enjoy the Saturday. I wouldn't take this on a four-wheeler or anything like that, but I would definitely have a lot of great times with this watch. And I really love the price that we have this at, $61,875 for this piece. Retail on this is in the 80s. So to see this on March 2022 piece at $61,875, amazing price for this watch. If you've ever thought about dipping your toes in the Patek waters, dipping into the higher complications, getting a really fun chronograph, this is a piece to look at. It's 41 millimeters. Trust me, get the watch, wear it for a week, call me later, and just say, CQ, thank you. That's all you gotta say. And just buy me a coffee, that's all. Just come visit Miami, we'll talk a little bit, we'll get a cafecito, and we'll talk about watches, because this is the watch to have. I'm telling you, there are many great Pateks out there. There's so many, but this is one. If you're just looking for a nice, fun Patek, words evade me. 5172G, full set, excellent condition, March 2022. Pick it up. Guys, I want to thank you so much. See these and many more pieces. Check out davidsw.com. Hit that new Rivals tab. We post watches every evening, and we're getting a bunch of stuff every day for you. I'm CQ the Watch Guy, and make sure you buy what you love.